Alright guys, so today we're doing some Reese's light install in this garage. We got everything pre-measured out with blue tape, as you can tell. We're doing 7 total Reese's lights, and then we're doing a fan light in the middle. Right over here. This guy's gonna go, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this single switch and we're going to change it to a 2-gang switch so the fan can operate on a different switch. Alright guys, so what we're going to do here is we're drilling the first of the 7 Reese's light holes. We got our nice Milwaukee jig here to collect all the drywall dust. It's like maybe 25-30 bucks at Home Depot, so if you guys are looking to do this DIY, check it out. We did go to the attic to make sure that all the plumbing is out the way. If you do have any fire sprinklers or anything, I highly suggest you go up there, take a look what you got going on. I'll show you guys something right up here. Check this out. So when we're drilling, check out those wires right there. So you always need to know what's up there before you start drilling. Alright guys, so this is the switch for our Reese's lights. Okay, we're gonna end up changing this to a dimmer. But what we're also gonna do is we're actually gonna take this box out completely. And we're going to put a 2-gang box so we could add a separate switch for our fan. So right now all of this is live. So we're going to want to go and turn the power off before we do anything else to it. tools. A little bit of a different design.
Člověk, jak se zvedne. Než zakovanou.
Probably. They can't get in there. Like tuck behind the drywall. It's like a different box.
Oh yeah, it is.
Alright, so this is the 2-gang box that we're going to use. I love these because they come with the screws on the side where you can move them up and down, determine where you want to fit it into the stud. So I'm going to put this on here, okay, and draw it out. Okay. And then we're going to cut it out and hopefully fit it right in. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go up there and we're going to feed the new wire for our fan addition. And we're going to wire it into this power line right here. One of these two is the main power source. Alright, so we couldn't get the wire pulled up from the attic because it's on the very low pitch of the roof, and then also there's a bunch of plumbing and other plywood installed there. So originally, without any of the drywall and stuff, they were able to get the wire through on the other side of the plywood, but this way it was pretty impossible. So what we did is we just notched out a little bit of a hole on this side, and then we're gonna feed the wire straight through up there and get it to our new fan location. This isn't a problem because we're doing finished drywall texture and paint here anyway, so we're just gonna patch this up. But typically, you know, with attic access, I'd say 9 out of 10 times you should be able to get it down. But this was one of those special occasions where it's just the way the house was built, there were too many complications, and just to save time, since we're already doing drywall anyways, we just decided to notch it out. So we're gonna pull this, we're gonna go up there, pull this to the new location. I already cut out the hole up here for the fan box. We're gonna pull it in here, and then we're gonna hit the fan box up there, and then we'll go on from there. So once again, this is gonna be the main power source to here, okay? So that cable from here is gonna go into this circle. It's gonna feed into the light, and then this one is gonna get coupled to that one, and then it's gonna feed over here. And then as you can see, there's another wire, and then it's gonna take it, and it's gonna feed it into here, and then feed it into here, and then the second wire, feed it into here, and the second wire, feed it up there. So we already connected those. And then as you can see, this is the only one with a single wire because this is the end of the road. All right, guys, so we're using 6-inch halo lights. They're boxes that come with them look something like this. So what you want to do is, if you're using Romex, you want to knock these little guys out right here, depending on how many feeds you're doing into a single light. I gotta knock out both of mine. Okay. Then you just got the empty hole. So then, if you want to use this, there's these little connectors here. Basically what this does is make sure that your Romex can sit tight in here and it won't get cut up. So they just slide in. They just take a placeholder of that hole, and then you can slide your Romex right into them. Just give them a twist, and then they're good to go. So once I get the Romex up here, I'll show you guys how this goes. You got it. I like these boxes in particular because they come with these brackets, so you can screw them directly up there to the studs, so they're just not floating around in your drywall. That is the correct way to do them. So, feed these first. It's easier to feed the wire before you strip the wire with these little Romex connectors, because it just flows better through the little gap opening they have. So we don't need too much wire. This is pretty good. Some of the other lights, they have the quick connects. These don't. So these you got to tie in, which is okay. Just gotta make sure your connection's pretty good. I'll show you guys what that looks like here. Okay. That's what that looks like. So you got the black. Okay. All right, guys, so this is what we got going on. We got the new cable here. that's going directly into the new ceiling fan that we're going to install. Okay, this is one of these two is our original power source. Remember, we labeled these. This is the neutral that goes with it, the ground that goes with it. Okay, so we're going to keep those separate, and we know that this is the line going into our recessed lights, which we previously took from the fluorescent light. Okay, so I got two separate black wires that I'm going to use for pigtails. Okay, and we're going to do those for the new switches. So for the ceiling fan, we're going to use a regular switch, and for the recessed lights, we're going to use a dimmer. Okay, so this is the dimmer. Okay. So over here, as you can see, it says use terminal for three-way or more applications only. For single pole applications, do not remove. So we're not going to touch that one. Okay. So we got one of our lines are hot, and then our other line. Okay, and then we have our ground. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, unscrew these. Okay. All right, we're going to take all of our two lines here, and then we're going to connect these to them to be able to give power to our switches. I'm actually just gonna straighten these out a little bit. Make sure they're still in good condition. Otherwise, you can just peel off more wire. So we're gonna take these two, okay, and then we're gonna bring them all together like that. So. And then I like to twist these around ahead of time just to make sure they're good to go. Okay. And I'm going to add the wire nut, twist it some more. I like to see the wire start turning, that way I know it's nice and tight. Okay, and as always, I'm going to apply just a little bit more insulation to this, just because there's a lot of wire in here. And when you start shoving it back in the box, you just want to make sure nothing gets loose. And if it does, you have that extra support. Okay, so one of these is going to fit into our dimmer switch. One of these will feed power into our regular switch for the fan. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead actually, and I'm going to install the, I'm going to switch these two. I'm going to install the recessed lights to the left-hand side. Okay, so this is going to be our dimmer switch. This is going to go to the recessed lights, okay? And I'm going to keep the recessed lights on the left-hand side because I feel like those will be used more often than not. So I'm going to take our power, okay? We're going to put it into the black screw right there. We're going to tighten that down. Okay, pretty tight. Now one more turn. All right, and then we're going to take the actual wire It's going up to the recessed lights. I'm going to put that in here. And we'll screw that nice and tight as well. Okay, so neither of those are going anywhere. So we have our main power stuff right there. We have these, okay, power grounds. Honestly, a little too much wire here. Okay. Get those in here. And we'll just sort of start them all aligned and just twist them up a little bit so that they're a lot more secure in your wire nut. Okay. Pretty big wire nut for this. There's 4 wires total. Just start turning it till it grabs on. And then when you feel it start twisting all the wires together, you know you got a pretty good hold on there. See what I mean? Okay. We're gonna insulate as always, just because you want to add that extra little bit of protection, especially if you're doing this at home DIY. You want to have this well insulated, just to make sure nothing touches anything it's not supposed to. Okay, so we have power source, and we have our line that's going to the fan, and then we're going to take all of these. We're going to ground everything together. Okay. And our ground is all tied up now as well. Okay, so I'm gonna move this back there as much as we could. So for the switch going directly to the fan, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the power line and I'm gonna slide it into one of these things right here. Screw it on tight. Okay. Make sure that's not going nowhere. And then we'll take the actual line going to the fan. We'll go on the bottom here. Screw that together. Also make sure it's not going nowhere. So now turn this on. Let's power flow freely from the power down to the light, and turn it off, it cuts it off. It does basic switch function. So I'm going to actually go ahead and insulate around this. It's just a habit of mine. Once again, I know some electricians don't do it, but I like to do it. So alright, so now we're going to get everything in here and then make sure that everything functions properly. Alright guys, so I want to show you the finished product. Okay, so we got these installed. As you can see, here are the lights. Okay, we did 7 of these, and then the fan's gonna go right there. Check out the dimmer. Nice. Okay, and then Otto, you want to test the fan up there? Just make sure that it's working. Okay, right now it's in the off position. Okay, ready? Okay, it's on the on, off. Okay, cool. All right, do you want to just quickly demonstrate how easy it is to get one of these out and back in?
Sure.
These out.
Take the light. That's it.
See the clips? Just literally clips above the drywall. So let's say you even had a joist up there, as long as you can clip it on two sides because it's made half inch top to bottom. So it can even sit above a stud or a joist plate as long as you can get two of the clips underneath the drywall. So these are Halos. Home Depot also sells a brand called Commercial Electric. Those are also pretty cool, and all of those have kind of the same settings on different lumens and different variations of how bright it can be. So we're gonna get this cleaned up, and then we'll be back next week. Like I said, we're gonna be doing the drywall around all this stuff. Anyways, gotta get some plates hit up there, and then textured, and then finally we're painting this entire garage. So if you like this video, please subscribe, share, and then stay tuned. We're gonna be doing a whole lot of these. We just kind of getting started with it. So, all right.